Okay, so the consequent phrase, as it is called, what is it, consequent and antecedent? Yeah, it sounds academic. Whatever the call is. Again, it's not fast. It's on the beat. It's just a little blues lick out of B. And a little pre-bend, I guess. And I'm using my bridge pickup and some delay as well as my overdrive for my Mark Ribot sound settings. Mark Ribot, if you don't know who that is, he's the guitar player with Tom Waits, one of my heroes. There it was. And then the response that's like responding to that is a little blues lick that's kind of, falling out from there. That's, again, I'm going to be leaning heavily on this tone. The blue note, the flat 5 of the key. So again, let's look at the call. Antecedent phrase. Response. Calls again. Ding dong. This is a weird one. Doubly weird because that's quarter note triplets. And then, again, leaning heavily on that flat 5 again, that dark, strange note. Because, that's what I was going for this one, just because it's one of my favorite things, and I don't teach it very often here at TrueFire, so I snuck it in. That's the first triplet. There's the second triplet. That's weird. And then you hop out of nowhere to this 9th fret, which is, I'm starting to get out of the blues scale now. That's pretty out. At some point, I guess I'll do a whole course on skronk and playing out. It's fun. It's fun to do in minor keys specifically. And then I do the technique of repeating that little idea. Just that little bend. I was like, that's nice. Let me stay with that note for a second. Oh, I like that. Let me move that motif to a different string. So that line was not call and response. That was taking the motif and moving it across different strings, which was what? Strategy 2. Random open. And now I'm just starting to kind of do a turnaround. So the call and response is, I think it's stopped at this point. Really just the first 4 bars. Again, that's there because I'm playing to the changes just a little bit. Like I said in other videos in this series, like we should know what the changes are. E7. This is neat though. That's an F sharp minor 7, a minor 5. And so that's why that note on the turnaround is going to work there. That, which seems like a really weird and stupid thing to do, is actually playing to that chord change, that E7. And this is, very Mark Ribot. Flat out there, and then you're moving that note. Move the motif across to different strings. So... Now that's hard to do, to get those two together to bend. The real advice is, we haven't talked much about bends and vibrato, but thumbs over the top for this. I have full contact back here, so that, and all 3 are pushing. So when I push up, that one goes up a full step. This one magically only goes up a half, so you get like that. Listen. Is kind of ultimately what it ends up as. So let's look at that turnaround again. So starting from that F sharp minor, the 5 chord. here comes that E7. But at full speed, there's a triplet in there, isn't there? That's hard. That's one of those licks, I often tell people this, that alone is an evening of work. But so rewarding in the end because you get to do all the cool. One of my favorite things to do in minor keys when I want to make them, like minor keys are already kind of spooky. If I want to make them spooky and macabre. Yeah, it's a thing for sure. It's a thing I like a lot. But the main takeaway from this one is actually just in the first part, that idea of like, if you're stuck, be like, well, let's see, there's motifs on different strings, there's just playing simple in the groove. I know what the changes are. I'm not going to go outside of my speed comfort zone. Maybe I'll do like ask a question, answer a question. Ask the question again, answer it differently. And that's pretty similar to the repeat and add concept, I guess, also. There's, it's all so much about repetition, and then something else, repetition, and then something else. That's kind of, definitely one of the main things about getting comfortable with improv is learning how to find a little idea and work with it in different ways. Good luck.